Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. I thought in today's video we would have a quick look at this little device here. It's the new recreated power supply by Ben Verstegen of, obviously, as you can see, BYTE. This video is not anywhere sponsored by them. This is not an endorsement for them. This is just a video I thought I would do on this little power supply. As you can see, Ben has done an excellent job of putting the power supply together. From what I understand, there's a single PCB in there which does obviously some voltage control. Goes to a small 12 volt adapter there, I believe, and obviously it has the DB9 connector on the end of it there. You have to admit, Ben has done a wonderful job with this little unit. Obviously, it's so small, it's ridiculous. Compare it to the original power brick for the Plus 3, which obviously, as you can see in my hand, is there. That is, one, huge, and two, weighs an absolute bloody ton. Where, obviously, this little unit is as light as a feather and barely takes up any space. Yeah, right. As I said, it comes from BYTE, who obviously provide some Spectrum hardware for people. Right, how did I come across this, and how did I actually get this little device from Ben? Well, the simple answer is I bought one of his Div Enjoy MMCs, and obviously I was using it on this Plus 3, as you can see here. Unfortunately, at the time, though it was configured correctly, every time you plugged it in, or when you plugged it in, it didn't work. It basically crashed out. Jumpers and everything were set right, and Ben, it basically came up with a really weird grey pattern on screen, and I sent both of them back to Ben at BYTE, and he basically came back and went, second one I sent back, he came back and went, potential power supply issue here, because this power supply, obviously you see in my hand here, decided, for whatever reason, I'm not totally sure what's wrong with this power supply, but to be honest, I don't trust it, and I wouldn't plug it in to demonstrate it. But from basically, cut a very long, sordid story short, it decided to basically blow two Div Enjoy MMCs up. So Ben kindly provided me with that power supply, sort of as a beta test to see how it works, and I have got to admit, this Spectrum, as it stands now, is bloody stable as hell. I mean, with the original power supply in, it basically blew both the Z80 and the ULA. So when you powered this Spectrum on, it just didn't do anything. It came up with a grey screen with a checkerboard, grey screen, black checkerboard on it, and obviously sent it off to Mutant Caterpillar in the UK, and they basically diagnosed a mixture of a Z80 fault, and also the ULA was toast. So now it's had both the ULA replaced and the Z80. It's also been recapped as well and cleaned. This machine works perfectly. I'll just power it up and show you. Give me 1 second. I just need to plug a couple of things in. Give me a second. So we plug the telly in first, get that working, then we plug in the specky. I hit the remote control. As you can see, the power lights on the Spectrum. If I pan up to the TV screen, turn it round. Ah, bugger, the camera's not doing a very good job at this. Okay, I'll do a restart so you can see. As you can see, she's gone into 48K mode. So if I hit the NMI button on there, I'm not sure how well this is coming out, but obviously, as you can see, I've basically got a fully working +3 again. I've used this device with both the Div 2014 K version and Ben's BYTE Delight Div Enjoy. Both versions have been plugged into this unit and work perfectly. They also work with it also works if I've got the HXC connected, which obviously if I pan the camera back down, if you look at that cable there, obviously it's a floppy cable, so if I've got the power connected up, then if I've got the if I've got the HXC connected, then obviously I can run the power for the floppy from that. Luckily, I don't know how much of this actually uses 12 volts. I definitely know the HXC only uses 5 volts. See one of my later videos on the HXC, I'm planning on doing one of those. But as I said, if you're having power supply issues, I would suggest contacting Ben and seeing how much he's actually selling these units for. As I said, they are great little power supplies. I've had no problems whatsoever with this Spectrum with that power supply. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.